Peace, y'all. It's the Hood Mystic. I'm on this platform to change the world, and I'm speaking to those who are out here trying to change the world with me. So if you like me trying to change the world, understand that change starts with changing yourself. So don't get overwhelmed. Don't get caught up in the rigmarole and the distractions. Just make sure today you become a better version than what you were yesterday.
Sometimes a psychic is the perfect one to talk to when love is slipping away.
You know how people start talking funny when they're trying to hide something?
Oh, it's another girl, all right. Call now for a free reading.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. Let me get some thumbs up if y'all can hear me okay. But yeah, I just wanted to take some time. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. I put in the effort and get the results. Can we get that in the chat? I put in the effort and I get the results. I know being spiritual, we think we got to get out of jail free card. We think we got an easy way. We might think that we don't need to put in effort in developing our talents and our gifts. But for me, I just realized that whether it's going to the gym or working on my graphics or building my company or building my brand or making love, when I put in the efforts, I get the results. So grand rising, grand afternoon to the people. It is the Hood Mystic. I'm an author, astrologer, psychic, father, husband, lover of existence. A little bit about me before I get into this conversation. I'm just a guy, I love Ohio, right? I was born in Boston, but I love Ohio. So when I was able to, I moved to Ohio, and that's where 3 out of 4 of my children were born. That's where I met my wife. That's where I got in touch with the mounds. And when I got in touch with the mounds, I had a real life spiritual awakening. Now, I did not get my spiritual awakening from a master, from a guru, from somebody on the internet. I didn't know what a Native American mound was, but I've come to realize that these are ancient spiritual centers, right? And I didn't realize that these were ancient spiritual centers. I thought they were hills of dirt. But as time has gone on and I've grown into my spiritual truth, I want to share that with you guys because sometimes we might imagine that somebody is here to help us, but you always have had yourself. My question for you guys is, are you listening to yourself? Are you following yourself? Are you working with yourself? So even though that seems like a simple concept, I've been putting videos out on YouTube for years, just reintroducing that concept to people because the external world seems to be a very distracting place, a very alluring, seductive place that no matter what we choose within the external world, it pales in comparison to our spiritual development. And one of the most trickiest subjects that we can ever talk about is, of course, money. Okay? Uh, it's a Bible verse. Let me see if I can pull this Bible verse up. Oh, okay. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. The title of this video is Money and Magic Don't Mix, which is a play on words from this Bible verse, Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one or love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Okay? And we're going to dive deeper into that because it might just seem as like, well, why can't you? But when you understand that God means your soul and money is materialism, these two things don't work. However, when you understand God or you understand your soul, you can also understand money because God and money are somewhat synonymous when we get into the science of spirituality. Okay? But let's get some backdrop to this conversation. I don't want to, because before we go any further, you can read the article. I have a link in the description. And in this conversation, I'm not going to give you everything that the article, I'm not just about to do that. So if y'all want to read more on this subject matter, I just wanted to do a video on this article because I felt like some things need to be said on that. All right. So yeah, now that we got that out the way, just want y'all to visit the Substack just in case y'all don't want to hear me talk and y'all want to get more information on what I'm actually saying. Even though I'm going to talk about a lot on this blog or vlog or presentation, whatever you want to call it, I would hope that you will understand what I'm saying, comprehend what I'm saying, then understand how you could learn more about the subject. Because I can't do this work for anybody because I'm barely doing it for myself. That's a disclaimer. Material. Before I get into the conversation, let me say spiritual materialism, where we equate spirituality with our material gains. But we have to also understand that a person can get money from a variety of ways. A person can rob for money. A person can sell their body for money. So if we don't understand money and we want money, we're also putting ourselves in the line of fire to be slaves for money. If we don't understand money, we'll be a slave for it. We'll submit to another person's will just to get it. And the whole time we could have been studying and understanding something that there are countless literature about financial building. There are financial advisors, there are wealth managers, there are budgeting programs such as Mint, such as Quicken Loans, TurboTax, things like that, whereas they would help you. And what I mean is, if you got a grip on your financial situation, then that will open the door for credit if you actually need it. But the trick about credit is that everything that you get given to you, you're going to have to pay that back one way or another. So learning how to one, either pay it back or to realize like it's good to have, but it's not like I'm getting something free. All right. How to build wealth. The implications of this measure for building wealth are enormous. The two ways to build wealth are to earn more or spend less, or doing both, of course. Earning more is always good, yet actually has a far lower impact than spending less. Did y'all read that sentence? Because your mama, your daddy, your grandma, and your grandpa done hammered into your head, the more money you make, the better. One's in the chat. Is that a fair statement? Do we intuitively just feel that if we get more money, we're better off? We have less money, we're worse off. Do you understand that that's an incorrect way of thinking about things? Earning more is always good. You could get $10,000 extra, but what if you spend it? Y'all ever had a lot of money and spent it? How did that make y'all feel? Can I get some feedback? If you ever had a lot of money and spent it, how did that make you feel? I need to drink some tea. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. These types of conversations are going to be much for a spiritual person or a normal person to really start to think about it in a way. I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. I might not become a world famous entertainer like Mariah Carey, Jay-Z. I might have to spend less than I'm earning over a long period of time. And it does because earning more means giving some away in taxes. So generally, if we're not going to be drug kingpins, then all of the money that you make is tax. So say for instance, you go from 50,000 to 100,000, you're going to go into a different tax bracket, meaning that you have to pay more in taxes, right? It seems good. You ever worked overtime? You ever worked overtime? Y'all ever worked 80 hours on a 40-hour check and looked at that check? And why is it that when you work 40 hours times 40 hours, you don't get the double pay and you getting paid time and a half? You might get half of the check because the more money that you make, they take more taxes out. So y'all, I know when you at a job and y'all start working that overtime after so long, y'all be like, I don't want no overtime, right? The reason why you don't want overtime is because the more money you make, the more is taxed. So it's not about making more money. It might be on spending less or budgeting. Now, earning more is good, but has a lower impact. Spending less has a much greater impact as the government doesn't tax savings, doesn't tax to a certain level investments, and you can have more when you stop working. We should be looking at it. I know we young, right? Well, I'm 38. In 25 years, 27 years, I'll be 60, right? If I don't start thinking about that now, today, I should have been thinking about it when I was 20. Once you start working, you should start thinking about retirement because you're going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to work. And it's all about how you going to live off that money. And a lot of people really struggle with this. A lot of people need government assistance past 65, Social Security, things like that, because how to build wealth is not taught to us as a society. Fuck being black. Most white people don't know how to build wealth, right? Because we're taught that all we have to do is get a lot more money. All we have to do is win the lottery. We got family members that make 60 to 100K. Them niggas will still be playing the lottery. and your ass probably making 30 to 50K, budgeting your money, you would never play the lottery because you realize that, okay, I need to manage my finances so my finances can grow. We get into the spiritual community. What's the first thing we want to do? Win the lottery. One of the things that, excuse me, I don't want to sneeze. Me, 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 me. Ooh, we live. So one of the conversations that I want to have later is about creating a set point. Meaning that seeing the person that you are in the future and becoming that person now. The difference between a lottery winner, as we'll read, is that you could play the lottery and not have a proper set point in place. So when you do win the lottery, you win $1 million, let's just say, you just that same normal ass person. So that same person who never had no money until they hit the lottery is going to win. That person is going to win. The person that you were, if you don't change it into the person that you are becoming, the person that you were is going to win because that's your baseline. That's your set point. And if you don't move it or even understand why it is there because of your parents, if your parents weren't rich, your set point is not being rich. Everybody want to be rich. Our parents wanted to be rich. This is why they played the lottery. This is why they played the numbers. This is why they went to bingo. This is why they did what they did, trying to become rich. But you don't have to try to become rich. You just have to do the things that rich people do or wealthy people do. So let's read this. Eventually, the thrill of winning the lottery will itself wear off. If all things are judged by the extent to which they depart from the baseline of past experience. All things are judged by the extent to which they depart from a baseline of past experience. What is your baseline? We all know people who been rich, gonna stay rich, and be in that way of being. Like if they mama was rich, they daddy was rich, you'll be hard pressed to see them driving in a hoopty in the hood. Cause they baseline ain't driving a hoopty in the hood. And we know people, every car they get, they gonna get a hoopty. Every time they get $500 to $1,000, they gonna get a car, drive it for 3 to 6 months, and then they just, that's their baseline. That's how they think. You ain't going to never see a person that been driving a hoopty their whole life turn around and then they show up in a brand new Mercedes Benz. That's the way life is. Now, if you see somebody gradually making the changes, they go from a Hyundai, get them an Infiniti, go from an Infiniti, get them a Porsche, go from a Porsche, get them a Ferrari. They've been building up that baseline. They understand, okay, I lease cars every 2 years, and every 2 years I get a new car. Can't just walk into the dealership one day, say, hey, my man's told me he leased a car. I want to lease a car too. Have you been doing the gradual movements to even understand your finances, understand your credit, get the proper credit score to then be in the space to lease a vehicle? What's going to happen for you to build your credit up? A fairy godmother going to come out the sky and say, you should pay these bills. you should write a dispute letter. Or is you going to start doing that shit? Imagine yourself, and I tell y'all this from all facts. If y'all been following me on Facebook, this is real. I used to make jokes about this shit, bro. My favorite joke was my credit so bad, I went to go get a car and I filled out a credit report. The cops came and arrested my ass. My credit score was so low. Right? That's how bad my credit was. Goddamn, I got arrested. My credit score was -15. They said, man, you got to do 30 days, man. This shit is crazy. You going to have to figure it out, right? Something happened with COVID. I stopped running from it. I stopped hiding from it. Got me a secured credit card for $250. Okay? Would buy a cup of coffee with that, pay on it. And then my credit score, not by some luck, not by some like amazing credit card genie, just to this day, paying my bills every week, using my credit, understanding my credit, exercising my credit, and then paying off my credit cards to zero. So if you set up positive events and understanding, okay, I want, and I'm telling y'all this because nobody is going to tell y'all this. Spiritually, they'll tell y'all do a money spell. Spiritually, they say, oh, you're about to get more money. But if you understand money, if you get more money, you're going to get it taxed and then you're going to lose it. Why wouldn't you have a system? All right, if I made $10, I'm only spending $2. If I made 100, I'm only spending 20. If I made 1,000, I'm only spending 100. Why wouldn't you create a system over just waiting for a large amount of money to come in? If y'all think y'all got it like that, keep listening to spiritual people. Keep doing the weird money rituals and all of that. And keep it and congratulations, it's going to work out for you. I'm not going to be a hater. But if y'all want to be serious and real about reality in the space of just saying, I want to be rich like everybody else, billions of people would like to be rich. Why isn't everybody rich? Gradually, even the most positive events will cease to have impact as they themselves are absorbed into the new baseline. So, this is the thing. You meet a great guy, you meet a great woman, and you an ain't shit person. What happens? That new person didn't never change you. Do y'all understand that? That new job that your cousin got you set up with, that didn't change you. It got absorbed into the new baseline against which further events are judged. So whatever that baseline was and all of those experiences, it got absorbed into that original baseline. You didn't say, I deserve this job. I deserve this relationship. I deserve this financial situation. I deserve to win this lottery. You was lucky. You just so happened. And just so happen is not a baseline. A baseline is who you are every day. Right? You can't be fit and in shape and then eating bonbons and Twinkies every day and saying, oh, well, I want to be in shape. I want to be fit. I want to have a Coke bottle shape. When I put effort into situations, I get the results. Thus, as lottery winners become accustomed to the additional pleasures made possible by their new wealth, these pleasures should be experienced as less intense and should no longer contribute very much to the general level of happiness. So think about how happy you are with nothing. Okay? Think about how peace you are when nothing is going your way. That's your baseline. Now think about you or the people that you know that they always doing something. They always doing something. You know what that doing is? That doing is running. Running from what? Running from their baseline. You could love a woman. You could love a man. You could think they are amazing, right? And then when you get into their lives, they have a purpose. And that purpose could be something. You could give a person a job. Now they have a purpose to show up. Y'all ever been a manager or supervisor and hired a person and didn't know what their baseline was until they showed you what their baseline was? What you need to realize is you didn't ever see their baseline. They was showing you their best. They was giving you their best. And we can do that but for so long. And then generally that best reduces down to a baseline. So here goes $1 million, but I've been making $50,000 every year. That $1 million is not going to change you. What's going to change you is that initial set point that you got from your parents in your formative years. But moving on. Be sure to read the full article on the Substack. Link is in the description. I just want to spread awareness of the article and really get people into a science or an understanding that magic and money are very similar. Okay? If you don't pay attention to your money, it's probably because you don't have it. Okay? If you had a diamond ring and you didn't pay attention to it and you set it on the table and just went up to the store and came back, it wouldn't be there no more. So certain understandings about magic, certain things about money, you need to pay attention to it. So as much as people understand ritual and magic and communicating with the subconscious mind, they don't do it every day. As much as a person say, I want to be rich, I want to have money, they don't balance their budget every day. Right? But ask a person what's important to them. I want to be rich. I want to get this money. When's the last time you balanced your checkbook? When's the last time you read your bank account statement? When's the last time you checked your investments? When's the last time you took a course on investing? Skillshare, $16 a month. They got courses on investing, stocks, budgeting, all types of stuff. We got Google. When's the last time you read a website page on how to budget with your current income? What are your financial goals? Okay, let's move this into magic. What are your clairaudience, your clairvoyance? What are your psychic skills? See, the reality of psychic skills is that some people might be natural. In the NBA, there's been tens of thousands of NBA players. How many Michael Jordans have there been? One Michael Jordan, okay? So magically, it's one Michael Jordan, one unicorn. The rest of them niggas gotta fucking lift weights, okay? The rest of them niggas gotta run sprints, okay? The rest of them niggas gotta do push-ups. The rest of them niggas gotta shoot jumpers. Do y'all understand this? Am I making sense? Your magic is not going to come naturally. Get that shit out your head. You might be Michael Jordan. Your money is not going to come naturally. Your mama not rich. Your daddy not rich. So what can you begin to do? You can make it a habit. You can make it a priority. You can understand that, okay, even if magic is natural, even if magic is normal and easy, are you aware of it? Even though we live in an abundant world, even though you have financial opportunities at your feet, at your beck and call, do you see them? Are you aware of them? How do you feel about them? So at one level, we can be completely closed off to these things that are happening because we're taking them when we need to take them. When we need emergency magic, I'll do y'all one better. I've done thousands of astrology readings, tarot readings, free readings. Y'all seen me on live. My last live, I was on here for 4 hours doing tarot card readings. And I feel like I'm the only person on YouTube that be actually talking to people. How it's easy to read cards when you ain't talking to nobody. It's hard when you talking to somebody and say, hey, you in a relationship, ain't you? Because this card is reading that you got a relationship problems or relationship issues or whatever the case may be. That's besides the point. I never got a reading from a person that said, you know what? I'm at a perfect point in my life. My girl, her ass is fat. My dog, he the toughest dog on the block. You know my picket fence? I got that fence painted triple white. Nigga, I got the whitest picket fence on the block. My house, I don't know if it's a cathedral, St. Peter's Basilica. Nigga, my house is cold. My house is laid. I got a butler, a maid, a butler and a maid. Like, they together. It's like, call her a babe. It's a butler and a maid. You probably ain't never heard of no shit like that because you broke. I'm telling you all of this, Hood Mystic, because I want to get a reading about my life. Never happened. And I'm going to tell you why it never happened. The reason that it never happened is because people want to use magic and spirituality for emergencies. And me, I'm just not like that. Y'all could probably look on my YouTube page from the beginning of when I started this YouTube page, and on a weekly basis, I done put out a video about some form of spiritual shit. The reason is because that's who the fuck I am. This is who I am. This is who I am. So when I am who I am, I'm just trying to show you that I'm not trying to use magic or spirituality or even money for emergencies. I get aggravated when things are not spiritual. That's really my pet peeve. If I don't deal with you and I don't talk to you, probably because you're not spiritual enough for me. I'm not about to cut off my spirituality when the fucking YouTube camera go off. And I feel like people want to stop being spiritual, and I don't feel like stopping being spiritual. Every single day, it's like, yeah, it's my business. Yeah, it's my company. But take it all away from me, I still would be the same person. Because I'm growing, and like, I'm growing in my magic. I can't grow in my magic. Okay, when things are going bad, let me do a ritual. When things are going bad, let me do a spell. When things are going bad, let me see about this money situation. Oh, I'm broke now. Let me go get a job. Like, we can be on top of our money every single day for the rest of our lives if we understand how to budget. Spend less, bring in more. And sometimes that's all you got. I'm gonna be a buck with you. That's all I got. That's all I got. I just gotta tighten up the budget. Maybe another person is on YouTube, on the internet, telling you, your problem is you don't have this program that I'm trying to sell. Y'all understand that pressure that these niggas, is what I'm saying, putting pressure on you to buy anything from me? Yes or no? Do you feel pressure to buy something from me with what I'm saying to you? Because I'm trying to help you. And I'm trying to show you that niggas on the YouTube, niggas in life is not trying to help you. Because they gonna make you feel bad, and then they gonna flip in to say, this is why you need to buy the products on my store. See the difference? If you feel pressure to buy something from me, That's not coming from me. That could just be you actually needing to buy some shit from me. But really, what I'm trying to say is nothing wrong with you. And you don't need nothing but to be consistent with the shit that you say that you want. Mainly awareness and financial literacy. Because you would try to get more, get taxed, be in a lower state than you was before you even had it. Because damn, you thinking something wrong with you. I done got this money that I really wanted and I spent it. I can't tell nobody about that. It's the people that you know that you think got money don't even got it, but they feel so fucked up that they lost the money that they put up the fronts. It's people now that got businesses that don't understand overhead, right? So you can invest in something, spend money, get it back, and then you gotta reinvest that shit. So you like, that'd be a whole cycle. And then be confusing, right? At the end of the year when you're doing your taxes, you like, damn, I made all of this money. Where is it at? If you don't understand that the system is spend less, make more, then you're going to be in a tizzy. That's why a MC Hammer can make $30 million and be broke. That's why it's a whole documentary series. You know what the documentary series is called? About famous athletes that have millions of dollars? Broke. Because it's not about getting more money. And it's not about using money for emergencies. It's about being financially literate and understanding how to invest properly and how to spend wisely. Okay? So as we are talking about magic and we're talking about finances and we're understanding that it's a spiritual way to look at money, right? It's a spiritual way to look at money, and then it's a materialist way to look at money. And the materialist way to look at money is just going to have you fucked up. But the spiritual way, which is rooted in awareness. So I'm aware of the money that's coming in. I'm aware of the money that I'm spending. I'm aware of my connection to source. And trust me, if you waking up late or you doing something that you don't want to do, you're not fully aware. If you isolated, you're not fully aware. If you're not having the honest conversations, you're not fully aware. Okay? Ignorance is bliss. And this is what we have to fight. Being aware is traumatic. Being aware is disturbing. I'm going to look up something. I want to read something to y'all. This is the Gospel of Thomas, saying number 2. And Jesus said, "He who seeks, let him not stop seeking until he finds. And when he finds, he will be troubled. And when he is troubled, he will be amazed, and he will reign over the awe." So listen, when you're ready to do the spiritual work and you're serious about doing this spiritual work, the number one serious thing is to deal with the things that trouble you. What troubles people the most? Their finances, their love. Money and love are energies where ignorance is bliss. But it's still ignorance. It's still the lack of knowledge. You're talking about a relationship where you can communicate and comprehend the deepest truths. Do you think that men and women are doing that? Or are they in a space of trauma bonds and fantasy bonds? Well, I wanted him to be like this. Well, I wanted a girl like that. And she ain't the person that I want. I gotta go. Right? But I'm telling you, the more, okay, when you get into a relationship, the more you learn about this person, the more trouble you gonna become. And if you like this person when you first meet them, the more you deal with them, the more troubling it's going to become. Let me just tell y'all that. But you got to get over it. You got to still deal with it. Because the next part is you will be amazed. And you will reign over the awe. What I'm saying is spiritual acts. We want to absolve the ugly. We want to absolve the dark. And we want to be a light worker. We want to be completely in our spiritual bliss and all of that. But the reality is, it's an ugly side that nobody actually talking about, and therefore ain't really no transformation taking place. Let everything arise out of your awareness. And the miracle of awareness is that without your saying anything, without your doing anything, it simply dissolves all that is ugly in you into all that is beautiful. Awareness is a transforming force. Whatsoever deepens with your awareness is virtue. Whatsoever disappears with your awareness is sin. Awareness functions almost like magic. So it might be a situation where you get this huge lump sum of money. And keep your fingers crossed. And I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. But the more assured process is being aware of your finances, making sure that you make more, but also doubly making sure that you spend less, because now you are aware of your finances. You aware of the flux. You aware of the flow, and that functions like magic. I'm telling y'all, I did not care about my credit for 36 years. I ignored it. I ran away from it like the boogeyman. I would fill out these applications and they would be like denied. And I just said, man, my credit is bad. The magic happened when I started paying attention to it. It didn't happen from spending $200 here, a $500 course, nothing like that. The magic was being aware of my credit, monitoring it, doing the things that I needed to do, and it grew. Finance is the same way. Magical processes, spiritual development, the same way. Being aware of your soul is understanding the magic of your soul. And it is not materialistic. It don't have nothing to do with the kind of car you drive, the kind of house you have, right? All of these things are materialistic. And in Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, it is said you cannot serve two masters. You going to serve the material realm, or you going to serve your soul. And you don't serve your soul, or you don't serve the material realm through your words and deeds. You serve the material realm through your awareness. Being you aware of something that don't have shit to do with you and is atrophying your most major functions of life. And that's the nigga's problems. Once you become aware of your soul, everything will change. The problem is, how long can you stay aware of your soul through meditation? I said the 4-letter word. I said the word that don't nobody ever want to deal with, right? But awareness almost functions like magic. So Bruce Lee is saying, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. There's also Prince. Patrice Rushen was telling a story about Prince where they rehearsed one song for 9 days. Imagine that shit. Imagine being a band member and for 8 to 12 hours a day, you playing the same song over and over again. So when you perform it and you see Prince going all crazy, being all eclectic and free with the guitar, He know that everything behind him is in pocket. He done rehearsed that song for 9 days. That's really insane. Like, that's really crazy. Like, we knew the song the first day we played it, and we played it good. Then we proceeded to play the same song 9 times all day. If you get into a relationship with a man and the man is willing to spend hours on solving a problem, you in a relationship with a woman and the woman don't mind spending all day with you to solve a problem, that's a relationship. That's a relationship. You kicking it with somebody and they taking you or leaving you depending on how the wind blow, that's going to really confuse you. Because you need to learn how to trust through, I want to say repetition, but it's not necessarily repetition. It's rehearsal. Like rehearsal. It's like staying ready so you don't have to get ready. In the consistency of staying ready. A consistency of having the same mutual goals. The shit that y'all be doing and the way that y'all be moving, no communication, all expectation, all trauma bond, all fantasy bond, and then like, well, then why I ain't got a relationship, hood? Then why I ain't even reach my financial goals? I got this idea, hood. I got this, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got this, I got that, I got that. Have you been troubled? What you mean? Okay, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready to do the same thing 10,000 times until you get it right. See, when I put effort into a situation, I get the results. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. These spiritual people, they're going to pull some cards for you and that'll be it. And it seems as though they giving y'all what y'all want. I know for a fact, I ain't giving nobody what they want. I ain't here to lie to you. I ain't here to motherfucking pull your coattail and say, oh man, this shit easy, fam. All you gotta do is listen to me, buy my products. Shit, you'll be straight. No, I can't ever say that. This shit, the most difficult thing in your whole entire life. You have to focus on your soul and not be distracted by the material world. That's going to be hard. Because everything we say and do is the length and shadow of our own souls. Everything we say and do is the length and shadow of our own souls. Our influence is determined by the quality of our true being. Okay? Listen to this. Everything we say and do is the length and shadow of our own souls. So when you say, I don't think I can make it. When you say, I don't think I'm good in relationships. When you say, I'm going to be broke forever. When you say, I don't think that, and when you feel like you ain't shit, and you act like you ain't shit, and baby, okay, everything we say and do is the length and shadow of our own souls. So you can't serve two masters now. Because the problem is 99% of this country rate themselves on their money, their houses, their cock size, their pussy wetness, their ass fatness, okay, the physical. But Del Turner said everything we say and do is the length and shadow of our own souls, not the wetness of our vagina. Not the color of our leggings. Because everything we say and do is the length and shadow of our own souls. 99.9% of these people out here don't have no understanding of the soul, because 99.9% of these people out here, they're not Gnostics. They don't believe that the divine spark is within them. They don't meditate on the divine spark. Shit, some of y'all don't meditate on the divine spark. Y'all feel like y'all spiritual practice is listening to me, being in a relationship with me, getting a reading from me. That don't mean shit. I'm telling y'all the truth. I don't gotta get on this internet and lie, cause everything I say and do is the length and shadow of my own soul. My shit is legacy. My shit is when I'm dead and gone, y'all can live off these words. My shit is that damn, they don't even understand what I'm saying now, but they'll understand 10 years from now. That's how I feel about this shit. So, yeah, ha ha ha, he. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck y'all want to do. But understand, ain't no clarifier. Oh, I'm a such and such. Oh, I'm a this and that. That don't mean shit to me, because everything we say and do is the length and shadow of our own souls. Our influence is determined by the quality of our being. So if I want to be successful, I literally have to be a successful person, whether y'all niggas know me or not. Whether I get 1 million views or 2 views. I could never say, well, I got money now. I can never say that and be truthful. I can never say I'm successful now. I'm about to talk to y'all about how I'm successful. I'm not going to give y'all what y'all want. I'm not marketing to y'all. I'm not selling shit to y'all. Y'all understand the difference? Help me out. Don't leave me hanging. Y'all understand the difference? Because it seems as though y'all don't. And that's fine. Money is a sigil. So even money and magic, money is magic, or money magic. If you Google money is a sigil, you know what they'll show you? They'll show you sigils to get money. How am I gonna make a sigil to get something that's already a sigil? That don't make sense. That's like me taking money to buy money. Because what is money? If you lock the person in, I'd be like, all right, you get one wish. What do you want? I want $1 million. All right, here go $1 million. You go sit in this room for the next 5 years. With no cell phone, no DoorDash, no internet, just you and that $1 million of paper. Now that shit is worthless. But you take that same dollar, give it to a lady at a 7-Eleven, she be like, thank you. Why is this hoe saying thank you for this piece of paper? She dumb as hell and you dumb as hell. Because if people said, you know what, this paper don't actually mean shit. When I take this paper to the bank, they just laugh at me and say, nah, that's a sigil. You just got played by some sigil magic. You see these numbers and sigils on here? They don't really exist, dumbass. But it's a cute little system. What if we ever got to the point that the money was not backed by gold? What if that ever hit your head like a ton of bricks? Cause the system was, this is how it started. This is the fucking cliff notes to money. Okay? I got a whole podcast about that shit. Occult history of money. Where I get into Baphomet and all of that, all right? It's a podcast. Just Google it. The Occult History of Money, Hood Mystic, November 8th, 2020, 1 hour and 24 minutes, okay? But this ain't that. This is the Cliff Note version, okay? I just didn't wake up and say, oh, let me talk about money today, okay? I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. So the Jewish It started off in Jewish folklore. Money is a Jewish mysticism tactic. That's why they say Jews are rich, right? Because they created it. They created the system of money, which is a real life system, right? Because gold, right? I might have gold. I might have cows. Might have some horses. And this is my money, right? Oh, he got 15 horses. That nigga rich, right? But say, for instance, we ballers, I want to travel, right? I got 15 cows, nigga. What you mean? I'm about to go to goddamn the Holy Land or some shit, right? I'm about to go to the Holy Land, live it up. Might see a couple temple prostitutes. I don't know, So I go to the Knights Templar like, hey, I'm thinking about taking a trip to the Holy Land. You got me covered? They like, how much money you got? I got 15 cows. So the Knights Templar are like, man, we is not about to keep taking these niggas' cows to and fro. This nigga try to buy a prostitute, you be like, how much? 1 cow. Moo, here you go. Gotta get some pussy now? That don't make sense, right? Nobody want to be moving cows around, so they'll be like, all right, hold your cows here at this station, and we'll give you the dollar bills to represent the cows. So, boom, boom, boom. I go live it up in the Holy Land, see some temple prostitutes, go see Jesus, give Jesus some dap, and head back to the crib. When I get back, I show them I got these many bills left, and they'd be like, oh, you spent 3 cows down there. You a wild boy. You must have doubled back, right? And I gave them 20 cows, now they give me back 17. So transposed to the gold standard, these dollar bills was supposed to be tied into gold. But Richard Nixon took the dollar off the gold system and said, let artificial intelligence compute the value of the dollar based upon the exchanges of different countries. So all money is an algorithm in a constant change of, I got $100 and I want to exchange it into pounds. I want to exchange it into pesos. And so here go 59 pesos in exchange for that $100. And it's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But at the same time, it's not worth shit. In our minds, in our hearts, in our goddamn computers, it'll be like, well, shit, man, I got a creative player on NBA 2K. He got 99, so that means I must be worth something. What if a nigga said, well, you dating a dude, and the dude said, well, shit, I'm a Green Beret in Call of Duty. That's all I do is I play Call of Duty. I be killing niggas on Call of Duty. That ain't gonna get you horny. But if a man say I got a lot of money, now you horny a little bit. But it's the same difference, ladies. I'm talking about what society tells you, and then you get into these situations, and now nobody has the emotional capacity to deal with the biological truth of a relationship because now you basing it on money, and money wasn't never real. At least this money. Niggas ain't telling you they got gold fucking blocks because during the Great Depression, guess what? It was illegal for American citizens to even have gold. They had to turn in all of their gold. How about that? So we in a whole system of illusions and sigils and sigil magic. So I'm saying all of that to say, look at the symbols, right? In God we trust. You hear that? In God we trust. But what did Matthew chapter 6 verse 24 say? Let me see if I could pull it up on my computer. Matthew 6:24. Money is God, so this is why you can't serve 2 masters. No one can serve 2 masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. But why, Lord Jesus in heaven, please explain to me why On a dollar bill, which is money, it says on there, "In God we trust." Isn't that an oxymoron? Until you start to realize you can't serve both God and money. You can only serve God and money. Because God is money. Your soul is money. If you was ever to take it seriously every day, but y'all don't care about spirituality every day. This is why you broke. My wife would tell you, I don't give a fuck, because I can make some money. So I act real aloof and real I don't give a fuckish. Cause I'm not about to play these games with y'all. I don't even know if y'all got a soul or not. Cause I ain't trying to strike at rich. I'm not trying to make it big. I'm trying to have peace. Y'all know I can meditate all day and make money? Y'all know that? I can meditate all fucking day and money will come to me. I'm not even lying, nor am I bragging. I'm just telling y'all that it's deeper than what you think it is. I'm about to talk to nobody that work at no fucking job. You separating God and money. You separating it, and I don't separate it. If you ain't trying to make no money through meditation, like if you can't sit with me and meditate with me and be at peace with me, I'm not sharing shit with you. Cause you will confuse my energy. I'll be really enjoying this shit and really having a good time out here, loving and living life. And I'm not rich. I'm wealthy. I spend less than I make. So because I spend less, a bitch is gonna be real upset with me. She gonna be real upset with me, y'all, because I ain't about to do shit for her ass. I spend less than I make. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm not trying to be in a fantasy bond. And in society, men will try to fucking be who a woman want them to be, and then his ass would be broke or spending money that he could have used in his retirement on a girl that cheat on him with the neighbor. Be sure to read the article. The Substack link is in the description, because I have not gotten into all of these discussions. Also, get the book Financial Sorcery by Jason Miller, which was the source for a lot of these conversations that I'm having with y'all. But all of those links will be in the description. The set point is a concept that Jason Miller brought to the forefront. And a set point is when people try to lose weight and they do lose weight, but then they regress and then they get back fat again. The reason why is because they didn't actually see themselves as this new person. They were just trying to lose some weight or try a new fad diet, and they might really want to lose weight, but they haven't created a new set point. So the person, based upon their metabolism and blood type, have to be a certain type of way to carry a certain body fat and a body weight. But if they don't do that, they might go up and down, but they'll eventually just still remain that fat boy. So set point psychology when it comes to money and magic is, first of all, what does your higher self look like? How does your higher self conduct itself? Your higher self is a way of being that is consistent with who you're coming into, but the reality is that you don't actually see this person. You know the person that you see? The person in the past, the person that you used to be. You don't actually see the person that you are becoming, or you see the person that you becoming and is making you sad. So first off is you got to sit down. Well, we'll get into that. If you don't work into changing your set point, towards who you are spiritually, then you won't be able to have a set point financially. Because you can't serve two masters, because you only serving one master. God is money. On a dollar bill, it don't say in the house we trust. It don't say in mama we trust. It don't say in daddy we trust. It say in the soul we trust, meaning that the soul is really like managing your soul, being in awareness of your soul, being in awareness of your finances. Because say, for instance, you meditating. How much money does it cost to be in meditation? How much money does it cost to be at peace? See, when you don't have peace, you need to spend all of this money on the weed, on the alcohol, on the drugs to have a certain level of peace. The reality is you don't need to spend shit. And if a person say or make you feel in a certain type of way that you got to spend money with them to actually get some enlightenment, you're just a dumbass. And people know that you're a dumbass. This is why they setting up their businesses, getting marketing corporations on your dumbass, and then taking all of your damn money. This is the money that you're supposed to be having for your retirement, not to give these conscious niggas and these conscious bitches and scam artists. Come on now. I ain't saying that it's wrong to sell stuff. I ain't saying that it's wrong to sell stuff. I'm saying that some people be really fucked up out here. That's all I'm saying. And it's like, man, I don't know. My thing is understanding that it's all about who I am as a person. And this is my work. Not to be successful, because the only way that I can truly be successful is to really see myself, is to really know myself. Ask a person, ask myself. Oh, I ask myself, who are you? Like, where'd you come from? Like, who are you? Spiritually, I know Kyrie, man, 38 years old, black, lives in Detroit, Michigan, but that's not who you are. Who are you? Consciously. That's my set point. To know who I am. To know who I am. Because to know who I am, when I really get into the nitty gritty of it, man, things happen rapidly without me ever having to do anything for them to actually change. So doing this work and becoming who I am is like an expression, a display that has benefits, but it's never an intention. It's always the intention to be who for me, to figure out who I am. But another major component to understanding who I am is the modality of sharing. Because I don't believe that I personally can exist in the world and be happy without sharing. So I'm led and driven to share. But other than that, I don't know who gonna watch this. I don't know how they gonna respond to it. But at the end of the day, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to myself. So this is me documenting audio, blogs, all of this, showing it, putting it out there, organizing it, letting you see, right? Like getting better at it, all of that. Like I'm an anomaly in that sense, because it's not a competition. It's not a popularity contest. And it's a lot of lostness. It's a lot of darkness. It's a lot of lack of awareness. And the reality is that we don't know who we are. And that's a hard question to ask yourself and to sit with yourself. Who am I at a spiritual level? Who am I? Can you see that clearly for yourself? That's the work. And that's excruciating. It's painful. It's exhausting. But it's the realest shit in the world, because you don't know who you are. You know your family name, if that. You know your surname, if that. You know your family tree, if that. But none of that tells you who you are. It only tells you an illusion. Because all of our set points, all of who we think we are, have been given to us by our family. But we are cosmic beings. We are reincarnated beings, soul beings. You're the black sheep because you're not even a part of that family. That's not even your fucking family. And they let you know every single day that's not your family. Your family is cosmic. You got a closer relationship to probably a star than you do your own mom and dad. Because you're more of a star. Like, everything, our physical body, at a cellular level, has existed for billions of years. These cells, these molecules, everything about you is ancient. Ancient. You got niggas acting like this modern family, the people that you grew up with, is some real major shit. So when it comes, like, it's not that if you set a new set point, it's when you set a new set point. Because if you trying to be who them niggas who raised you to be, you already canceled. Like, it don't even matter. You need, like, it. I'm gonna tell you, it ain't even no YouTube videos about family. Like, it ain't no YouTube videos about fucking how to run a successful cookout. How to perform a successful family meeting, how to understand your mama, how to understand your daddy. Ain't no YouTube videos about that shit. You know why? Because that shit's irrelevant. The only thing that's relevant is you understanding where you are going, where you are becoming. It's called entropy. So if you have a handful of marbles in your hand and you just drop them, you're not going to fall into a straight line. Never will a ball of marbles fall into a straight line. Only thing you could expect is that they will randomly fall and go into random places. This is life. And to circumvent all of the randomness that goes on in the world, you have to be in tune with yourself. But people aren't in tune with themselves. They're in tune with the person that their mom and dad and brothers and sisters told them that they were. Oh, Dermontez, he bad. That's my little brother. He a thug. He bad. Oh, Lil Sherelle, she fast. She a hoe. Oh, you smart. Oh, you dumb. Oh, you intelligent. Oh, you pretty. These are our formative thoughts. Like, from age 0 to age 4, we didn't even have a conscious mind. We were just a sponge for some ignorant ass niggas. Right? And then when we got a conscious mind, we were trying to match up our consciousness to our external world. And that's what people do to this day. They try to be what society want them to be. So this is why motherfuckers need to be popular. This is why niggas need to be the greatest, best thing. And I'm saying that the greatest, best thing is within you. But from 0 to 5 or to 4, whenever my consciousness activated when I was 4 years old. My first conscious memory, I was stealing some plums out the refrigerator. And then I was trying to sneak back up into my room. Like, I never even existed till I just woke up and I was fucking 4 years old. It's a crazy thing, consciousness. So you exist. So for the first 4 years of your life, your subconscious mind was the leader. Then the conscious mind awoken and took the lead. The conscious mind is the baby though. The conscious mind is the idiot side of you. So now everything that we're thinking about consciously, we're trying to grow it and enlarging it and make it big. And then what makes a motherfucker shut down is because the shit that's going in your mind is fucked up. And it's fucked up because it's small. It's fucked up because it's a baby. It's like telling a baby you're gonna be the president of the United States tomorrow. Power and ignorance don't really mix. Now the fucking baby is like, everybody get Similac. We paying all of the workers in Similac because that's what I need. All I got is Similac. That's all I want is Similac. And so a bitch would get on YouTube and say, I need a man with money. That's like a baby saying, I want Similac. And it sound right. It sound right. Like, yeah, bitch, I want a man with money too. Shit. That's what we doing out here. A man for money for what? So you can invest it, manage the money, cause you a budgeting expert? No, I just want him to spend money and take me fly places and stuff. Well, he gonna spend all his money and be broke. Oh well. You ever spent all your money on a woman and she said, you know what a girl say to you once you spend all your money on her? Shouldn't have spent all your money. I ain't tell you to spend it. I ain't force you to spend it. Shit. Dumbass, she be looking at you like you stupid. Okay? So yeah. If you can have a contact with your soul, see, what really happened for me is that we went to the mound in Moundsville, did the ritual, slept in that creepy ass motel, did the sex magic, did the ritual, went back to the mounds, circled the mound, did work at the mound, did offerings, and then we was leaving Moundsville. Then I tell you, I'm just a regular dude from Ohio. And we riding from Moundsville, and I see myself, like I look up, I'm in the passenger side, my wife is driving, and I see myself with this full beard and this white turban, and I'm speaking and I'm teaching. And I said, oh, okay, this is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. And so I just started doing that. And ever since when I in my purpose, I ain't never had to worry about money. I don't never worry about money since I've decided to be in my purpose. I might get 10 readings a day if I wanted to. I don't do that shit no more because it's all energy. But I'm just saying I would do readings all day. Like my wife would tell you, I would just be locked up in that room all day. The sun would be up and the sun is set. I'd just be in my room doing readings, making money. Even to the point where I got to a point where I don't even want to do this shit no more. Like I will do readings 2 days a week and then raise my prices on niggas and just so I don't have to do it. Cause it's not about, it turned into a job and I don't want to work. I want to be wealthy. I want to be an observer. I want to be a mystic. I want to have a relative easy life. I want to understand finances. I don't want to live check to check. I don't want to be broke. And all of these things, I had to see who is the person that I need to become to be the person that I want to be. Because a motherfucker might say, man, you don't got a Bentley. You don't got a mansion. I tell a motherfucker, shit, I'm not broke. I tell a nigga say shit. I ain't ever asked nobody for shit. And because of that, I protect that shit like a goddamn pit bull. Cause whatever situation that I work myself into, I really work myself into that. And now I'm to the point where I realize, okay, you have changed, Kyrie, but the evolution does not stop. So now I come before y'all understanding that I need to create a new set point for myself. That's why I've been doing the daily astro reads. That's why I've been going to the fucking dentist. That's why I haven't been doing videos for these past couple of days, because I've been getting some fucking dental work. You dig? I realized that niggas who don't get dental work is crazy. So for a long time, I was crazy. Like mental health and oral health. Like the number one ways to tell a motherfucker is crazy is look at their teeth. So when I'm getting this dental work for one motherfucker, it's like, oh, you going to the dentist. But for me, it's like, damn, I'm not crazy no more. I'm not crazy no more. So it's like, it's different levels of evolution and leveling up. And now I'm to the point where this person that I'm becoming, I haven't actually formulated him clearly, but it's a different, this person that you see before you today ain't the person that I'm becoming. And that's really the magic. Like, to say that I want something, but to also say that I'm not willing to change to get it, is me being on bullshit. If a girl, I tell young men all the time, if a girl not willing to change to be with you, she's only going to fuck with you to ruin your life. She must change. Cause you gonna have to change. You know you gonna have to change, nigga. You been jacking off the porn every night. You know that's over with. You know you can't do that no more. So, and I'm saying that in reference to a set point, right? You might date a woman or a man, and they set point is to be single. They see themselves as being single. You go into their house, they got one of everything. They like being alone. They set point is being single. They only gonna fuck with you until you trigger their set point. And then they going, y'all got aunties, uncles, and cousins like this. Y'all probably got mamas like this. She will play with a nigga and be back single again. Whatever happened to Frank? I don't know. Because that's what they set point is. You gotta ask a person where you see yourself in 5 years. If that hoe don't say I'll see myself married, then you gotta keep it moving. Cause her set point ain't to be married. She might want to be married. It's a difference, bro. I'm telling you, it's a difference, sis, from wanting to be rich. It's a difference between wanting to be in a relationship. Cause you can want to be in a relationship, but you don't have the emotional capacity to be in a relationship. You could want to be wealthy, but don't have the financial literacy to be wealthy. So wanting to be it and not creating a set point to be it is two separate things. And when you talk to everybody out here, they'll just say the person that you are deserves more. The person that you are deserves better. I'm going to tell you, the person that you are deserves exactly what your ass got right now. You don't deserve no more, no less. And that's what you need to get over. Because until you get over that, you're not going to create a new set point for yourself. And since you don't create a new set point, you might get what you getting. You might get what you want. But who you are is going to win. Because you're going to be who you are more than not. So for me, last night, it was imperative that I went to sleep early so I can wake up early, so I can go to the gym, so I can work on my business, so I can have my meetings, because this is who I see myself becoming. Like, I really want to get jacked out here. So I'm up, I'm at the gym for 2 hours a day. I want to start doing 2-a-days. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, when y'all see me next year, it's going because I put in that work. And cause I see it. And not only do I see it and I become it. And that's very important. So let's get into, I didn't put it up here. I guess I can put it up here though. Give me a second. Everybody wants to be rich and nobody wants to put in the work. Don't tell me you want to be rich and you ain't trying to put in the work of getting the money every day. Right? The work, getting rich is getting the money every day and balancing the checkbook. That's getting rich. Don't tell me you want to hit the lottery. Don't tell me you want to just luck off one day, you know? Fuck all that. Okay? So changing your set point. And of course, you can find all of this, links in the description, Substack article. Put out a rabbit hole today. So you can't read that unless you're a paid subscriber. Become a paid subscriber at the Substack or Patreon, $5 a month. Patreon subscribers get everything that I write too. So you can either choose Patreon, you can either choose Substack. It's just really up to you. I don't really care, but both are $5 a month. And all proceeds goes to my little small children. Oh, shoot. Changing your set point. You must see yourself as wealthy. You must see yourself as in love. Don't be telling me, I see myself as being single, but I want to be in a relationship. You sending your subconscious mind mixed signals. I'm tired of being broke, but I see myself as wealthy. You sending your subconscious mind mixed signals. Do the work in reference to your financials. Know how much money is coming in. Know how much money you spending. If you spending more than you making, you're going to have to start making those changes. When you start making your changes, subconscious is going to pick up on it. Then you get the opportunities. Then you get the credit. Then you get all of the things that you really want when you start to take it seriously. You want to be in love? Get you a book on seducing. Get you a book on sex. Get you a goddamn cookbook. Figure out how to relate to the opposite sex in a way that is genuine to you, but it's also you being selfless. You can't be selfish and wanting a successful relationship. Those are trauma bonds and fantasy bonds. And that's why you're going to get cheated on. That's why you're going to get left, because the relationship ain't even real. It's just you in a fantasy. You saying, at least I got a man. I'm going to tell you this right now. People in relationships don't appreciate it. It's women that's single want a relationship. It's men that's single want a relationship. I'm saying all of this to say, people always gonna want what they can't have. So if you don't see yourself as that or this, then you might be in a boat of wanting shit that you can't have. So what are we going to do? We're going to embody the qualities in your everyday experience. Ain't no way you out here not being sexy unto yourself and you trying to attract them in. Ain't no way you ain't getting your money together. You ain't hitting the gym up. You ain't getting your goddamn testosterone up. And you trying to attract the women. Stop trying to be your regular lame ass self and attracting partners. Be your best self. Be somebody that is commendable. Somebody that's admirable so it can help you with your attraction. Y'all don't put in no work on how to be rich, how to get into relationships, being healthy, diet, all of that shit, right? Niggas would be like, man, I watched a Dr. Sebi video. All right, what alkaline vegetables did you buy at the grocery store? Niggas would be like, I watched a Dr. Sebi video and then be eating some goddamn rib tips talking about it. Okay, so we talking about the internet, we talking about mind control, and that's what most motherfuckers is on. Yeah, man, I watched this conscious nigga say some shit. What spell and ritual did it make you do? No, man, I just watched the video. I watched them. Like, bro, you couldn't pay me to go to Stone Mountain. I wouldn't never take no money to go to Stone Mountain. You couldn't pay me to go to Atlanta. What type of shit is going on? And y'all probably looking at me like, what is Hood talking about? But this shit is not a fucking social club. Cause it's about you tapping into your soul. It's about you living your life. So release your original set point. If you want to change your set point, if you want to change your life, change your financial life, don't ignore it, but also see the person that you are becoming. So have some financial goals. All right, the $1 million man that you becoming, how did he make his $1 million? Goddamn selling crack? Well, you better buy you a 50 dub then. And when you make your 100, you better put up motherfucking 50 and buy, like, keep putting up your 50s then, shit. Whatever it is, whoever the person that you becoming, what does he do? What does she do? Do she just sit on her ass and money just come to her? Well, you gonna have to be sitting on your ass for a long time then. Set that new set point. Journal down that new set point and understand effort is required. And changing your set point and manifesting and bringing shit into your life, there is no get out of jail free card. There is no magic button. This is why a billionaire can commit suicide and niggas with $20 be fucking playing spades having a fucking good ass time. Cause there ain't no easy way about this shit. So once you embody who you becoming, this is your new set point. This is your regular day expression. But even that, it don't ever stop. We're always changing. We're always growing. We're always evolving. We're always becoming more and more aware of who we truly are. And it's our emotions that block us. It's our thoughts that block us. It's our ignorance that blocks us. So, don't be ignorant. Have some form of introspection. Go down the rabbit hole. Experiment with psychedelics. Open up your mind. Have your mind be revealed to you. Stop acting as if your ego is the only shit. Because really what's happening with people, they going fucking crazy out here. And the reason that people is going crazy is because they not in contact with their soul. So I can provide you with the tools, but I ain't going to build your house for you. You got to actually want to build your house for yourself. So, you know, in the space of doing this, I know that everybody don't perceive these messages, but I know that a few people do. So this is why I do it. I know that the majority of people is going to go one ear out the other. They're going to be back on their bullshit. But for those who really want to get out of their own way, and for those who really want to level up, you have to go within yourself. And it's hard to go within yourself without a little bit of some. Yeah. So DM me if you want to go down the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, y'all be good. I'm going to continue to do my work. I'm going to continue to develop. I'm going to continue to grow into the person that I'm going to be until, you know, it's over for me. But my job is to be who I am and be who I am at a higher level than I was yesterday. And quite honestly, I got a lot of work to do. But that's what makes me excited. If y'all need some help, if y'all want to talk, if y'all need some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all like trying to do some shit, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always trying to do some shit too. So with that being said, man, I hope y'all gain from this. I hope y'all read the article. I hope y'all join the Substack and get in tune to these articles that I'm dropping. Spiritual being having a human experience. Pre-sales will go up. We got Ashe beads on Colombian Exchange. My wife made these. Got me extra drippy. Everywhere I go, people be like, "Oh, I just love your bracelets. Oh, I just love your bracelets." Who do your bracelets? My wife do these. Really love these joints. Really keep me together energetically and all of that. So yeah, it's in the mail. It's in the mail, Nataka. And I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do Tarot Tuesday. So Patreon subscribers, people who want readings, be sure to tap in. I'll let y'all know the time tomorrow. Might do 2 shifts. Might do a afternoon shift and a PM shift. That's what I'm thinking about. So stay in tune for that. About to do some tarot card readings next week. Or tomorrow, rather. And yeah, man. Peace.
Sometimes a psychic is the perfect one to talk to when love is slipping away.
You know how people start talking funny when they're trying to hide something?
Oh, it's another girl, all right. Call now for a free reading.